On this episode of The Ultimate Agent.
Good morning. Welcome to day 2.
Day 1, I was just getting started.
Everybody's kind of got a different strategy. Hopefully I chose the right one.
What information? What information do you want me to send? You haven't given me any information. I can't send you nothing else.
Going out with Charity today was great. Even though it was only $30, $30 is $30. That's the choo-choo train starting to move. It's the locomotive.
Hey, where's Dad at?
We want you to be vulnerable.
I'm speaking to these guys.
Begin when you're ready.
My name is Cody Askins. I've been in the insurance industry since I was 20 years old, and it's my mission to help and train every insurance agent in the world. We took 7 agents from around the country and had them compete in the most intense, emotional, and entertaining competition the industry has ever seen.
3, 2, 1, go! What information do you want me to send? Stop freaking responding like I'm pissing you off.
Hey, I'm telling you, it'll take APV off.
This is real.
You can't do that here. You shouldn't do it ever.
We brought in some of the top mentors and trainers in the world to help these agents along the way. We pushed them to their limits, fine-tuned their skills, and documented the entire experience.
That didn't go to plan.
I'm gonna get some people some life insurance.
That's the choo-choo train starting to move. The locomotive.
7 agents, 6 days, and $121,000 on the line.
And the competition starts right now. Good morning. Welcome to day 2. Who's excited for today?
So it's the morning of day 2. I'm feeling good. Got very little sleep last night. Trying to keep in high spirits.
Day 1, I was just getting started. Day 2 is going to be a whole different animal.
Day 1 was absolutely phenomenal, right? We talked about coachable. Each and every one of you embodied that, right? Fantastic job, awesome. Today's word is attitude. When you think about adversity, when you think about being uncomfortable, you think about being stressed, tired, you always have to keep a good attitude. Today, and as this gets more competitive every single day, right, you're gonna get more stressed, you're gonna get more tired, right? Marissa was like, I got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, right? Fair?
Fair.
That's the competition you're in. But in the world, in the real life, you have to have a phenomenal attitude. These 2 ladies, for the most part, had phenomenal attitudes in season 1. Well, what advice, we'll kick it off with Patrice, what advice would you give to them today, day 2?
So it's day 2. Yesterday was amazing, as Cody said, but today too, it's a brand new day. And so it's anybody's day. Work harder than you've ever worked before. Don't stop dialing. Don't stop knocking. Keep dialing, keep knocking, and just keep going no matter what. I heard it might be a little misty outside today. Keep going, keep going. Make sure that you're always staying positive and you work harder than you've ever worked before.
Okay. All right, Amanda, what advice would you give for our contestants going into day 2?
Definitely mindset's everything. You got to stay, when I said it yesterday, stay out of your own way because like Patrice just said, there's going to be hurdles that you're going to run into, but just keep moving through it. Focus on the activity and that's where the results come.
Boom, thank you, Amanda. Okay, appreciate that. So for this morning, once again, Patrice is hanging out with Donald all morning.
Heck yeah.
Right? Also, Amanda with Charity, which is an advantage, by the way, right? That's a huge advantage, right? It's going to be amazing. And then tonight, not so amazing. Someone's getting eliminated of our first elimination tonight. Let's put in the activity. Let's have a phenomenal attitude. Back by 1 o'clock. Leave no doubt, no stone unturned. Do everything you can. Have a phenomenal morning, and we'll see you at 1 o'clock.
I'm feeling pretty good. I've got quite a bit of appointments lined up and a lot of activity.
Feel great coming into day 2. I got 4 scheduled appointments, door knocks throughout the day, so I'm looking forward to a really solid day today.
We have 2 times that we have to be done by. We have to be done by 1 o'clock, and then we have to be done by 8 o'clock. I'm gonna grind all day today and sell some AP.
I feel good this morning. I got a little bit more sleep than I did the first night, and I had some clarity for what I'm gonna do today. I think when I was door knocking last night, it was an adventure, and it was tempting to kind of want to do it again, but I decided I'm gonna stick to the phones completely today. So I'm starting with a little game plan, and I'm hoping that that will be to my success.
I don't feel like today is any different than any other day as far as how much work and effort I have to put in. As long as I stay consistent every single day and put my best effort forth, I don't have to worry about getting eliminated.
Day 2 is just give everything that I got. I just got to push hard. Everybody's kind of got a different strategy between telesales or doing in-home. Hopefully I chose the right one. It's going to come down to who talks to the most people.
I mean, I didn't put up any sales yesterday. I put my head down for a minute and got myself together, and it's showtime.
I want to stop the show to share this episode's sponsor, which is High Level, which is an all-in-one sales and marketing CRM. They had form and survey builders, funnels and websites, drag and drop email, automations, workflows, two-way SMS, email, text, Google My Business, a mobile app, and so much more. Because of this, you can actually help an unlimited amount of clients, have unlimited contacts, unlimited users. You can build this your organization, you can resell it, and you can help a bunch of people along the way. The High Level will help you save a fortune, increase performance, and reduce client churn. So to learn more about High Level, which has over 3 million active users, by the way, go to gohighlevel.com/CA. Back to the show.
Hello. Hey Sharon, this is Charity.
I spent quite a bit of time this morning with Amanda.
I was just giving you a call because you recently, in the last couple of days, requested some information on the state-regulated life insurance benefits for the state of Missouri.
Yes.
As far as life insurance, are you just looking to cover the cost of burial expenses? Or are you looking to leave money behind for children? Or
I've got that all covered, and I've got everything covered. I don't need nothing else. Bye.
Anyway. It looks like you had entered your information into a social media form requesting information.
Well, my phone was lost, and I just found it yesterday, so I don't know what went on like that.
All right. You have a good day.
Bye. You're stupid.
Did she hang up?
Oh, her phone was lost for a few days, and she doesn't know what happened. I was like, okay.
Going out with Charity today was great. She wasn't quite sure how to handle the objection with think about it, so I explained to her that the carrier needs to think about them first. So let's go ahead and get something locked in place, and then you can adjust up or down later.
She went with me to a couple of appointments, and so we were able to talk about some stuff from those appointments, and I was able to get some feedback.
Yay. Even though it was only $30, $30 is $30. That's the choo-choo train starting to move.
Yes.
It's the locomotive.
But I can't afford any more insurance much. So I think I'll just have to make do with what I've got.
So it was our responsibility to see who was the most coachable. I chose Donald. The reason why I chose Donald is because he constantly asked questions. And what I saw in him was his hunger and his eagerness to learn.
So I would love to sit down with you and at least go over the information with you. That way you at least have it in front of you. And then of course, it's your decision from there on out. So
I don't have time right now. If you don't mind, would you call back this afternoon?
Patrice is the kind of coach that isn't just gonna take over and kind of just do it all of herself. She's going to teach you and be constructive about teaching you, and you're gonna do it and you're gonna learn.
Okay, so that was good that you...
Yeah, someone told her that
don't worry about that.
Yeah, sorry.
So here's the thing, that was good. Go on to the questions. Okay. Don't ask so many. Is that okay? Don't ask that, okay? But that was good.
And she's a great coach, she's a great leader. I love her with all my heart. We're in a field where, being a friend to someone is more valuable than necessarily getting the highest commission. And just looking at it like these are people I'm talking to, genuinely, instead of just some number I'm dialing after, the 100th dial, after the 200th dial of the day. My only interest is to making sure that you...
Don't worry about it. If you can't send it to me in the mail, don't worry about it. I'm not taking...
But send you what in the mail? Send you what in the mail? You keep saying send stuff in the mail, and I don't know what you want me to send.
Yeah,
what information? What information do you want me to send? You haven't given me any information. I can't send you nothing out. Okay, goodbye.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
These are people and people's lives that I'm dealing with. So staying cognizant of that, staying unsalesy, as they say, and just staying true to who I am. Absolutely.
I can tell that you are feeling more confident.
Yeah, definitely.
You're definitely gonna start closing because you're more confident.
Yeah, I definitely feel it's getting farther and farther every time you talk to someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my background is all virtual. I've never done face-to-face before until yesterday, and I crushed face-to-face, but I don't plan on continuing doing face-to-face. I'm gonna go back to my roots, do all telesales today. I've already got several appointments lined up, and I'm just gonna dial all day. I was really just grinding all day. There was only a couple moments where I wasn't on the phone, and my back hurts. Like, I realized today that with all the dials and things and the activity that I've been doing, like, why haven't I been doing this always, you know? And I kind of caught myself today as well, where I would pick up my phone and I would like open up Facebook, or I would go to Google something from a thought that I had, and I was catching myself and be like, no, I don't need to do that right now, like, I gotta get back to dialing. And I just was thinking, well, why don't I do that all the time, right? I just let these intrusive thoughts in, and I go get on Facebook Reels and I'll scroll for 2 hours and then be like, wow, that was a waste of my life. So it was really eye-opening in that sense.
I thought that yesterday and today were both mandatory in home, and so I set in home for today. I moved a couple to virtual. I've got a 30-minute drive out to my first appointment, and then I've got another couple around here that are in home. I'm better in home than I am on the phone. I'm thinking that I'll try to do as much telesales though as possible, just talk to as most people.
Went good, got one, should have gotten two. The lady was silly for not getting it, but it's all right.
Feel great coming into day 2. I got 4 scheduled appointments. I got door knocks throughout the day, so I'm looking forward to a really solid day today.
Hey, Sonny.
Hey, where's Dad at?
He's probably in church.
All right, well, I've been trying to get a hold of him. I need help. So my dad's great, you know. He pushes me to become the best man I can be every day. Well, it's something for Dad, not you. So my first appointment, I sat down with the husband and wife, very nice people. I was able to help the wife out with some life insurance, and tomorrow I'm going back to go visit with the husband. Did some door knocks periodically throughout the days with some appointments. And in the midst of that, I was able to, you know, book 4 solid appointments for tomorrow.
All right, so here we go with the health questions. Just simply answer yes or no. As far as my activity today, it got off to a good start, which was good and positive, but I'm just going to try to help as many families as I can. Okay, I got you.
I'm too ornery today. That's what my kids tell me.
What did you say?
I said I'm too ornery today. My kids tell me that.
Oh, yeah. This is kind of actually a vacation for me in a way, because I'm at home usually. I've got the kids, I got toddlers literally pulling on my body. So I'm actually very well rested and feeling good physically. So yeah, this is a vacation for me, low key.
Oh my gosh, such a crazy day. I mean, I didn't put in any sales yesterday. I was having a rough start to today. There's all sorts of everyone freaking out because, you know, tonight's elimination night. We've all been talking about it. We've all been, you know, joking on who's going to be the first one out. And so it's just a matter of, well, is it going to be me? Is it going to be somebody else? Who is it? So we've had some good times, but a lot of us, we've really just been fighting through it. The door knocking has been a little bit different than we anticipated, I think, but it's just hopping on the phones and keep calling until Cody walks in and says, nope, time's up.
You know, they are a little younger. Most of them are new to the industry, and they're all really hungry. They're really hungry to learn, they're really hungry to grow, and they're asking lots of questions, they're implementing things, and they want it. You look out for this group. This is a bright, young, hungry group, and I see some bright, shining stars here.
Have you heard about the Ultimate Agent Academy, where you can get live coaching with me every single week, access to a millionaire classes taught by amazing teachers, as well as several different courses that you can plug into, and a community of agents all over the world? We are expecting 1,000 agents to join this over the next 100 days, and we want to help as many agents become six-figure earners as we possibly can. If you haven't heard of the Academy, I want to help you become the next ultimate agent so you can be on the show and feel like you're on the show and get amazing coaching along the way. So stop what you're doing, go to ultimateagentacademy.com to join. Back to the show. Welcome back to the midday of day 2. Today's been all about attitude. And right now what we're gonna do is test you from a communication standpoint, okay? I love speaking. I get paid to speak. American National paid me to travel to Galveston and speak to 800 agents. Now we're gonna have you prep to speak to myself and a couple of the mentors. And we're going to give you a few minutes right now to prep what you're going to share. And what we want you to focus on is we want you to be vulnerable. We want you to tell your story of how you've overcame in your life and why you deserve to be the ultimate agent. Cassidy will pull you one at a time, walk you over. You'll get 3 minutes to share that, and then we will judge who wins in our little mini speaking competition. Who's ready? So I just told the contestants that they're about to be speaking to me and a couple of the mentors. That's not exactly true. They're actually going to be speaking to a room of like 60, 80, 100 people, all individuals from the SIG side and the CA side and the SAM side. All the team members and agents and all that are going to fill that up. They're going to be speaking to a massive group of people. And I've included my father, Brian Askins, to join me in this competition as one of the judges. All right, first up, Marissa Milazzo.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know anyone was going to be out there. I thought it was really just going to be Cody and Amanda and Patrice. And I turned the corner and it was literally a whole room full of people. In front of people, I want to be able to share my story, and I want to be on the stage, talking so that I can help somebody else. Because I know that, what I've been through, it might help someone else get through something that they're going through right now.
Well, as we know from yesterday, I've struggled with confidence my whole life. I've always pretty much battled whether I failed at something, I wasn't good enough at something. Went on, I even played college sports. The first school I went to, I played Big 12, and I got cut. And I had two options. I could either say, you know what, I'm never gonna play this game again, or I can go back, I can grind, I can get back to work, I can prove that, no, this is a game that I love, and this is a game that I'm still gonna be a part of. And I went on and I graduated from another Big 12 school, so I proved that, hey, I can go back and be on that stage. But throughout that whole process, I was also battling, my dad was at home going through cancer. It's been hard. I finally had to put, the tattoo on my arm, remember who you are. Because I always, every day, have to remember who I am. It's hard, I had two older brothers, and it's, why aren't you like them? Why aren't you as good as they are? And that, that's a lot of verbal and emotional things that I had to wear on my shoulders. And I think finally coming here, I've been able to realize that, hey, no, you're better than that. You're good enough. There's so many people out there that need your help. They need your voice. And right now, I'm finding that voice that I didn't even know I had. And unfortunately, it took me until my 30s now to finally figure out that, hey, what do you have to say is important. What you have to say, people do need it. Whether it's I continue on or this is the end of the road, that's okay. Because I know that there's plenty more people out there that I can connect with, I can communicate with, and I can share my story, because my past is going to help them through their future. And that's a story that I want to continue to share.
All right, we'll start with Marissa.
Okay.
Marissa, she went about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I feel like she had a strong finish, vulnerable, personal. I felt like could have been even more descriptive and vulnerable about what she went through, a little more emotional.
Yeah, I thought she did very good.
True. She was first.
Yeah, she was
5 minutes after I released it.
She was first, and she talked about overcoming objections. I just thought, like you said, she could have given more details.
True.
But I love the ending towards she talked about remember who you are. Overall, I thought Marissa did a tremendous job.
Yeah. All right, next up, Donald Peel.
So the thing about the public speaking challenge that is so hilarious is we were on the opposite, end of the office waiting while they were setting all of this up. And when we do the walk, the entire place is a ghost town. I didn't even realize, they just put 100,000 people in the front lobby. With the speech, it's really being vulnerable, and it's about touching as many people as you can touch. To be a good leader, to be a good speaker, you've got to reach everybody.
And you can begin.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Donald Peel, and I'm here to tell you exactly why I deserve to be the ultimate agent. When I go to rest for the final time in this life, I want my name to mean something. I want my family's name to mean something. I want my children to be on a pedestal just because they have my last name. I believe I'm destined for greatness. I know I'm destined for greatness. I know it's in God's plan, and I fully believe in Him, and I know He fully believes in me. I talk to anywhere from family to potential, bad past. This wasn't always in my cards, and I used to look in the mirror and say, I'd be a good businessman, or a good criminal. I'm gonna be a good businessman, period. I believe in myself. I know a lot of you believe in me, and I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I'll do nothing but make you all proud and make you all happy. Thank you very much, everybody.
Donald Pill, super confident out of the gates. Got a little vulnerable, but it was too late.
I totally agree. His initial 1 minute was just probably an overconfidence, and to where he's not going to win a crowd over being overconfident like that. There's a thing I've always said, be confident but humble.
Yes.
But I didn't see the humble part in the first minute, and so he finished so much better than he started.
Yeah. I think he thought it was going to be easier because he ended up getting humbled simply because he ran out of stuff to say and was like, oh crap.
I thought he did okay, but his could have been so much better.
True. Next up, Jarrell Simpson.
Oh, the public speaking challenge. Well, I thought it was brilliant to have us walk so far because then we're not even really thinking, and then at the end we caught off guard with a group of people. It was really good. It was funny.
Please begin.
I can't believe I'm sharing this story. A lot of people don't know this. Back in 2015, my husband woke up one day and his vision was going out in his right eye. And if anybody knows my husband, he's a very strong person, so I knew that it was something very serious if he brought it up to me. We took him to the doctor. They said that it was a small tumor and that they needed to take a sample of it. But the only way to do that was a procedure that would open his skull from ear to ear. It was terrifying. I was working full time, he was working full time. We had small kids. We didn't have a lot of time to make a decision. So we went ahead and did the procedure. It was the longest 8 hours of my life. I was literally at my husband's bedside and filling out FMLA paperwork just to keep my job while I was nursing him back to health. But we were able to heal from that. We were able to move on. My husband is healthy and strong, and he supports me in being an entrepreneur now. And I think that that's one of my strengths, being able to pivot, being able to leave my job from all of that and switch things up and do something that is totally different with insurance. And I have more time, but I don't want to cry. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Jumped right into a very personal story about her husband, vision, surgery, all that, was vulnerable, didn't have the best finish, but did come across really humble.
So I totally agree. Jarrell was come out of the gates. Her first minute and 40 seconds was as good as anybody, and just was filling the gap the last minute and 20 seconds. It was just a fill-in, but boy, if she would have continued on the first one, she would have been tough to beat.
100%. Next up is Charity Fox.
When I walked around the corner and realized there was like 40 plus people standing there, it definitely threw me off. I definitely paused and had one of those moments where I was like, oh no, what am I about to do?
Your timer is right here in front of you. Please begin whenever you're ready.
Going into it, I was about to tell a story that I really don't repeat to anybody. There was definitely a moment of panic, like, oh my gosh, why did I decide to tell that story? What else can I say? But I went through with it, so.
We all grow up with these picture perfect ideas of what our life's gonna look out like, especially us as women. The perfect house, the perfect husband, the perfect marriage, the kids, the car. For me, that wasn't the way it worked out. I've never said this in front of anybody, but after being with my husband for 10 years, he left me for my youngest sister, and within 2 weeks had a house with her. Something about that point in my life just caused it to tenfold. Like, I knew that I wanted to be my own boss. I knew that I wanted to grow a big business and show my daughter what she was capable of and show her what I was capable of. I needed to prove to myself that I was worthy enough. I know I went through the things that I went through in order to get to where I am today, so that I can show my daughter that no matter what, even though she doesn't know the depth of what I might have gone through, that she can overcome any obstacle and pursue all of her dreams in life.
Thank you, Charity. Crazy humble start, extremely vulnerable, well prepared. Talk about winning people over and a crowd over. She started with, I've never shared this before. And I don't know if you knew this, before we came out, she said, can I decide what airs? I said, no. If you're thinking about not saying something, You need to say it and get it off your chest and be super vulnerable and transparent. And she did. I was proud of her for that.
Well, she was so vulnerable, and you can just tell the qualitative person that she is. Obviously, she was very hesitant, very scared. Her opening up like that to me was just amazing.
All right, next up, Alexander Salah.
My first thoughts coming around that corner, I was shocked. When I expected that, you know, it was just going to be Cody and, you know, a cameraman. And when I saw what happened, I was like, oh my goodness, I got to speak in front of all these people. So I think I'll start off with my dad. I think he's a big part of my life. He's a guy that I can lean on, and seeing kind of what he went through when I was younger. You know, he worked at a tire shop making hourly pay. That was before he got in the insurance business when he was like 34 or 35. You know, I was kind of nervous at first, but then, you know, it's slowly getting more comfortable for me. So really shocked, but ultimately it was great. I love him so much because I don't know, at such a young age, I didn't know how it felt, you know, because my dad was stressed for money. Like, we couldn't go out to eat, we couldn't do this and that. You know, his car was getting repoed and stuff. I didn't know, like, what else to expect. You know, he's kind of helping me write my story. I think I should really be the ultimate agent because everything that he had to go through, you know, all the mud and grit, just to show him that, you know, I'm successful, I can be successful in this business and that I can keep pushing through, being that guy that he raised, and, you know, just show him that, you know, I can be the next ultimate agent.
It's super impressive, but I thought it was too generic.
There was no details at any point in his story.
True.
And
his dad's super successful, incredible dude.
And he did good, but he could have been great.
Yeah, I think too, I can relate to this, like growing up in the shadow of a father that started from nothing and was successful, did really well, and trying to find your own story along the way. And at 19, he's still going through that.
He's got a bright future.
Oh my gosh, so bright, yeah. Next up, Adam Lindsay.
Turned the corner and I saw all these people, and like some people looked up at me, and my thought wasn't even like, why are all these people here? I was like, oh, I'm like interrupting something, like maybe I'm in the wrong spot, right?
Please begin when you are ready.
Growing up, I wasn't always the most confident kid. I got picked on a lot. When I first got into the insurance industry, I definitely didn't have the right kind of mindset that was required to be an insurance agent. The right kind of mindset or attitude. And I was just upset with myself because I had planned on having all of this great success as an insurance agent, and it just didn't turn out to be that way. And then Cody announced the Ultimate Agent contest, and it kind of sparked this fire in me. I'm sort of ashamed of myself that now, after selling and doing this for the last 24 hours, that I haven't been doing this level of activity and production for the last 2 years that I've been in insurance. I had a bunch of thoughts planned out, but then it just kind of all jumbled together. And I know that I am the ultimate agent. I know that my selling ability is the best of anybody here.
Adam, I expected him to do a little bit better, being honest.
I did too. He talked about growing up lacking confidence, trying to live up to the expectations. But one thing he said, he talked about basically if he'd have put the effort in every day the last 2 years that he's put in, you know, this last 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
You know, what type of career could he have? I'm hoping this wakes Adam up and he becomes what his potential is.
I'll have him come live with you for a week, okay?
Yeah, he'd be working hard then.
All right, last but not least, Colin Bingham.
Yeah, I was super surprised because we walked around the corner and I honestly thought that I was gonna, you know, I saw the group of people, I was like, oh, that's wrong. So I tried coming in here, I stopped and looked back. I'm speaking to these guys? Sheesh. I realized that I was going to be speaking to however many, 60, 70, 80 people.
Begin when you're ready.
Let me tell you about my hero. My hero is my dad. My dad's name is Ted. Farmer, big, strong, tough man. Growing up, he was everything that I wanted to be. When I was 16, he was diagnosed with cancer, and 9 months later, he passed. One of the main reasons, my main why I came onto the show is to make him proud. I also want to make my brothers proud. I fight with my brothers a lot, or at least fought with my brothers a lot. We're a lot closer now. My dad's main motto growing up was, "Don't you quit." I firmly believe and I know that that's the secret to success, and that's the secret to my success. 92% of insurance fail. I truly believe that they only fail if they quit. If you stick it out long enough, yeah, sure, the first 6 months, the first year maybe sucks. Shoot, my first paycheck was $12 right after I bought a house and had my first kid. Talk about wanting to quit. My challenge to each and every one of you is to live your legacy, and don't you ever quit. Thank you.
I wanted to stop the show to share this episode's sponsor, which is High Level, which is an all-in-one sales and marketing CRM. They had form and survey builders, funnels and websites, drag and drop email, automations, workflows, two-way SMS, email, text, Google My Business, a mobile app, and so much more. Because of this, you can actually help an unlimited amount of clients, have unlimited contacts, unlimited users. You can build this your organization, you can resell it, and you can help a bunch of people along the way. The High Level will help you save a fortune, increase performance, and reduce client churn. So to learn more about High Level, which has over 3 million active users, by the way, go to gohighlevel.com/CA. Back to the show. That was quite the public speaking agent challenge. Give yourselves a hand for doing an awesome job. Also, Dad, thank you for joining me. Right, my father, Brian Askins, hanging out with us for that speaking challenge. Phenomenal job. I'm proud of each and every one of you. Anybody watching this from around the world, being here in this environment, not knowing you're walking down to a huge crowd of people, like that's tough, right? That's legit. So awesome job. What feedback and advice would you give for the next time they do something crazy like this?
Well, all of y'all did a great job, really, really did. And I love some of the stories y'all gave, and some of y'all are very vulnerable, which I think is a huge part of public speaking. Some of you had some amazing stories. Some of you had the crowd just at your story, but then you didn't give enough details about your story, and they were wanting more details. When you're in front of a crowd, you know, you want to make them laugh, you want to make them cry. And because those are the things we need to do every day. We need to laugh every day, we need to cry every day. Y'all really, really knocked it out of the ballpark, so yeah. I thought.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. True, literally 5 minutes of prep time, no clue what we're doing, no clue there's gonna be a crowded room, incredibly vulnerable. Also, there's gonna be moments where you're like, I don't wanna share that story, right? You have to share the story. You gotta be honest, you gotta be authentic, you gotta be vulnerable. And people respect that, so thank you for doing that, okay, seriously. There can only be one winner.
And this was a tough decision, by the way.
This was very difficult. And so the winner, Colin Bingham.
Heck yeah. Wow.
Congratulations, Colin.
Wanted to tell my dad's story. Like I said, I wanted to talk about his legacy. That was the main reason why I applied to the show, was to make him proud. And so I feel like hopefully I am doing that.
So Colin, you have won not only a speaking spot at a Cody Askins event in the future, if you want to try that again.
Okay, yeah, I do it again. Holy cow.
And 5 to 10 fresh new leads immediately added and provided to you. Okay, way to go, awesome job. Also, okay, it's day 2, which means there is an elimination tonight. Okay, get focused, get to another level, do everything you can to finish strong, and we will see you back here at 8 o'clock tonight.
Next time on The Ultimate Agent.
Shocked it's that high for her.
Did I do something wrong?
I wanted someone to like watch my leads because I think one of them could have like take a couple, you know?
There are some people who are walking around very confident. I'm hearing other people who know their mistakes and know where they can improve, and they're talking about it.
They would never think Cody Askins has bad days and doubts himself and loses confidence from time to time.
What brings you back?
Now you're interviewing me, this is good. It is time to eliminate our first contestant.